Today, I roast 5 gaming videos, and the best one wins a free console worth $200. Let's check out the first one.
Borderlands games have a near infinite amount of loot.
I think what would be so much better, I talk about this almost every time we watch a challenge video, it's introducing the video with a very general fact. Like, listen to this statement here again.
Borderlands games have a near infinite amount of loot, but
if you know anything about Borderlands, that is a very obvious fact. And so what you could do to grab the viewer's attention is to give a specific fact and say how many combinations of loot there is in the game to kind of emphasize how much loot there really is, because that would not only grab the attention of somebody who doesn't know about Borderlands, but it would also grab the attention of somebody who does. And so using a specific number, if you're referring to quantity, can make it more interesting and still keep the broad appeal. So that's super important. My understanding of boss loot is that it's really overpowered. At least when I played this game, I'd be curious if the audience perceives it as being an advantage or a disadvantage. Because of course there's a lot of good loot in the game, but the bosses tend to drop the best loot. So it would be more interesting to me as a viewer if the video was about beating Borderlands, the pre-sequel, with common loot or something like this, or without boss loot or something.
I got the best possible drop with a bulwark, giving me
I don't know what this graphic is. You probably introduced this at the beginning, but it wasn't entirely obvious what this means. Now, it's really good to do visuals like this, but just popping in the middle of the video, I don't quite know what it is. So having some sort of text or making it slightly more obvious to the viewer could go a long way to help with the experience.
Now using this wall, which came in clutch, using it as a shield to Eos's attack to not take as much damage. We did it! We beat the game with boss items only. This was a very
kind of felt anticlimactic. I wish he would have showed more of the final fight. It could have been a really dramatic scene that gave us more of an emotional payoff to see him actually die and then come back and then win.
There are 8 total bosses in the game to beat, if we include the secret one, which we will.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, Avalanche. Let's freaking go.
I was saying he actually over-delivered like crazy there at the end. I really like that. That's a great way to end the video. So he could have done a more epic sequence for the payoff, but this right here is genius because he went in and edited and said there was a 9th boss and then showed us killing him. So great job on that outro. I think this video, from what I can see, is probably like a 9 out of 10. These videos are from our Discord, where gaming YouTubers get feedback on their ideas, editing, scripting, and packaging. If you want results like this, join us today. Click the link in the description below. On to the next video. Now, I will say really quick, he's already given away the outcome. He won. And so right away, there's less incentive to actually click this video because I already know that he won the match. So it's not as interesting for me to watch unless I want to know how he did it. But it's not only interesting to see how somebody did it, to see if they can do it. And tends to increase the payoff at the end when they actually do complete the thing that they're setting out to do.
There's currently 34 different players in this game, all with one goal: eliminate me.
I'm a bit confused here because it's a 50v50 and immediately the first thing that we see is 34. And so as the viewer, I'm automatically confused. That is going to cause your video to get no views unless the viewers already know you. If they already know you, they may give you a second chance. They may give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you're trying to appeal to new viewers, they've already clicked off this video. So should not do that, especially if you're advertising it as 50v50. The first thing that you should say should not be 34.
Therefore, I made it my mission to 1v50 the other team. But how I even make this possible?
Something that I noticed about this creator is he always has a intro that is less relevant to the video, and then it'll cut to a part of the video that is more relevant. So he should have just started at this part where he's talking about the 50v50. That would have been a lot better for keeping it in alignment and also keeping the viewer's attention immediately upon clicking.
I just needed to hide until my team gets fully eliminated. Yo!
Oh my gosh.
No way, this is crazy. Bro, I have 13 eliminations. What was I about to do?
Whoa. No! All right, so I kind of understand now. I won a 50v50 match as a solo. It kind of makes more sense. So intro is not as bad as I originally thought it was. I would recommend cutting it down a little bit, but it does make more sense. I think you could probably word it better so that it's more appealing and it doesn't, I mean, it could still cause confusion. So I'm not saying what I said was not still valid, but now it makes more sense because all of his team is dead and now he's 1v34 or 1v17 or whatever. And so it's definitely more interesting than I thought. Let's skip to the end here and see what's going on.
And then I only had one more hero left, which kind of got me worried, but let's go!
Oh.
I did it! I 1v4. I 1v30 all of those guys. Yo!
That's good. I mean, well, okay, that was a little anticlimactic there, but I'd say he could probably write a better script for the beginning, but I really like these challenge ideas that he's doing, and I think that the experience is generally pretty good. I was locked in there at the middle of the video, so it's pretty clear that he can keep the viewer's attention. So I give this video an 8 out of 10, so good job. Fastest way to beat Kaio Piriko Heist solo by Ravish.
If you want to complete the Kai Piriko heist in record time, never get spotted.
Oh,
and
I like that he immediately gave us the actual answer about the fastest way to beat the heist. He literally just told us the way to do it is to not kill the random guards. Now he's going to demonstrate how to do that, which actually increases our desire to want to watch the video to get more info about exactly what that looks like, how to do it, all the intricacies of those things. So great job on that. So something that Ravish said was that he's talking too much and he saw the retention of the video dip. I'd say the structuring of the video could be a little bit better because he does talk for a bit long here and it kind of turns into this longer form style where there hasn't been a cut, there hasn't been a transition, there hasn't been a segment change. What he's doing here that I think is losing their attention is giving them all these alternative methods. He should just give them the one method and then explain that there's, you know, a couple other guards that you could potentially kill, but do that in a more visually summarized way and then go to the next step so that you can keep the engagement super high and keep kind of delivering those dopamine hits, or what is in more layman's terms like you're satisfying the experience so that they're not feeling like they're getting bored or that you're just giving them a lot of irrelevant info. Really nice video. I think could be improved slightly, might be like a 9 out of 10 video. So I think it's solid. Wouldn't really say there's much that you can do to change it. So great job, Ravish. Appreciate the video. If you're ready to grow your gaming channel, listen up. I created a 5-day email course with the exact strategy I've used to help hundreds of clients earn $500,000 or more of profit. If you want access, click the link in the description and sign up. It's totally free. Let's check out the next video. Oh, snap.
How cool would it be if I could get that? Here's how I got the golden camo in Trepang 2. You first get hit with this message.
I don't know what to think about that intro. It's very cinematic, but I don't know if it's effective. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with it except for this, that we're making YouTube videos. So if you go with the cinematic approach, you're taking a large risk. People will either love it and it'll work super well for your video and your video will get a lot of views, or people could just potentially not care and they could just click away immediately. The intro that he hit us with about 50 seconds in is kind of the premise of the video, but I just fear that that cinematic sequence could have just been missed on people and they would have not known what this whole video is about, and because of that clicked away. So you got to be very careful. You got to set expectations. You've got to deliver on the title and the thumbnail. So if you don't do that, you risk losing a lot of viewership. So that's something that you definitely want to consider when making videos like this.
I have died many times during this video, and I'm not sorry.
It's actually pretty good. I don't know if he timed that up super well because like he's showing the credits and everything, but very interesting video. Like just based off that, I would say this is like, honestly, I want to give it like an 8 out of 10. I think this is solid. Definitely have to be concerned with the intro and how he sequenced that, but the way that he did it was interesting. So Stilling 1000 Levels in Minecraft Hardcore by Momi Muscle.
This giant YouTuber got 1,000 levels in Minecraft, but I can do it better.
Oh
He
my
did it in
gosh.
his 3,000
That's so abrasive. You gotta chill on those audio levels a little bit there, boy.
day old hardcore world. I'll do it from scratch
3,000
in under
days.
a day. And if I don't,
Momi. I like the intro so far. I mean, the mic level could have been adjusted, I think, but really good editing in those things. This is kind of like more of the hyper editing side of things, but I enjoy it. I think it's really good. And I get the impression that this is going to be a shorter video, which it is. Yeah, it's a good video. I think the premise of the video about doing a farm like this is a little less than desirable. I think this is kind of like a fairly basic way of attaining levels and doesn't seem like it's super insane. Now the challenge is cool, but yeah, there's things that I would tweak, but overall it's like a well-made video, and I think for that reason I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So I really liked Kokei's video, so I'll give him the coaching call for this one. Thanks so much for submitting the video, and if you guys want to be a part of the roast, just click the link in the description and submit your video to our editing chat in the Discord. And if you enjoyed this video, click the one on screen right now, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.